Yo, YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Q back at y'all with another video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers finally reached an agreement with Aaron Rodgers. 1 year deal, I believe, for 13 mil. Um, but the deal could go upwards up to $19.5 million based on incentives and what he does in the playoffs. you know, uh, my thoughts on the move, man. I just wanted to get on here and talk about this real quick. I don't think it really moves the needle for the Pittsburgh Steelers as much. I mean, we know that Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers have been making the playoffs every year for the past 8 seasons, but they haven't been able to get over that hump in the playoffs, but at least they make it every year. So I don't think anything's going to be any different, considering the fact that you have a guy in Aaron Rodgers who's MVP of the league, one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game of football. A lot of people might forget that now because, of his age now. And, last year he was playing for the last 2 seasons he was playing for the Jets. His first year with the Jets, he ended up tearing his Achilles, literally like the first game of the year against the Bills. And then second year, the season just didn't really go, so great. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did have some good statistics though, but all in all, man, I mean, you can't really expect to win anything with the Jets. The Jets are one of the most dysfunctional franchises in the league, so I don't really blame them too much for not having any success over there. I mean, you see that they just signed Justin Fields, and I highly doubt that that's going to work out for them. You know what I mean? So the Jets are the Jets. But back to Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. In a division where you have the Cleveland Browns, who probably won't be too good this year, but they'll most likely be very entertaining to watch. As soon as Shador Sanders starts taking snaps for them at quarterback. You have the Cincinnati Bengals, who have a weak defense and didn't make the playoffs last year, so I'm pretty sure they're going to look to bounce back. But we'll just see what happens with them. I don't really trust their defense, so I highly doubt they're going to be anything crazy this year. And you got the Baltimore Ravens, man. I think that's like the biggest threat to the Pittsburgh Steelers having any success this season with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry over there, man. They're always going to be in contention for a championship, It just depends on whether or not Lamar Jackson can put it all together in the playoffs. But what does this move mean for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man? I think that this move just is just a move to keep the Pittsburgh Steelers relevant. I don't necessarily think that Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf is going to be enough to put them over the edge. Now, I could be wrong. I could definitely see them making the playoffs for sure because, the Steelers always do that. Um, but as far as deep playoff run, I don't know if they're a good enough team to do it. I mean, they weren't able to do it with Russell Wilson last season, so I don't know if they'll be able to do it with an older Aaron Rodgers. I mean, who knows? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is way better than Russell Wilson, so we'll have to just see. Um, when they drafted Will Howard and they signed Mason Rudolph, the writing was on the wall, and I think that's the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers did not take Shador Sanders in the draft because they already had plans to sign Aaron Rodgers, and they didn't want to make it a big spectacle because you see Shador Sanders is about to take that starting spot over there at the Cleveland Browns. A lot of people are talking about him. There's a lot of eyes on him, and I don't think that that's a situation that Aaron Rodgers wanted to be involved with. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they didn't draft Shador Sanders when they had a chance to. Hindsight 2020. But you had Will Howard, a 6th round pick on the roster. A lot of people were saying that Will Howard could start for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Me, I always had my doubts about that because don't get me wrong, I think Will Howard, I'm sorry, is a very intriguing quarterback prospect out of the University of Ohio State. He just won a national championship with them, if I'm not mistaken. So I could definitely see Will Howard, being a valuable starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the future. But as a 6th round pick, as a rookie, it was not a very ideal thing to lay your hat on, especially when you just signed Metcalf to a huge extension. The Pittsburgh Steelers are looking to be competitive this year. Okay, they have a great defense. I don't know what their offense is going to look like this year. DK's first year with Pitt, and they got Aaron Rodgers now, so they might be able to make some things shake. But as you guys all know, offense, they're very much known for their defense. Speaking of their defense, T.J. Watt is holding out at the moment, so we're gonna have to see what happens with that. T.J. Watt is a very, very important piece for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. And I don't care how much money the dude's asking for, man. Just pay him. You just gotta pay him. You have to pay TJ, man, in order for them to even have a chance. Because if they don't pay TJ Watt, man, their defense is not gonna look as dominant as we're used to seeing. But I think Aaron Rodgers, for the most part, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think it's an okay fit. Mike Tomlin is a defensive head coach, so the offensive coordinator is going to be vital in this situation. I don't know who their offensive coordinator is, but him and Aaron Rodgers are most likely going to be the ones to be figuring out the offensive plays and stuff. Because, like I said, Mike Tomlin's bread and butter is defense. But the Steelers are a very stable organization. The Rooney family, they're very stable. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely expecting Aaron Rodgers to have more success with the Pittsburgh Steelers than he had with the Jets. That's for sure, man. But all in all, though, man, I just think it's a move to keep the Steelers relevant, keep ticket sales up, and just give the fans something to hope for this season, man. But that's really all you can do. Give yourself the best chance to win a championship. And I think Aaron Rodgers right now at this moment in time, I think he as a quarterback right now, him and the Pittsburgh Steelers are a good fit, man. And I think the Steelers are giving themselves the best chance they can to win a championship. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. But y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, man. And y'all let me know what y'all think about Aaron Rodgers signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 1-year deal. $13 million, man. But is it a good move? Is it not? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. And your boy is out. Peace.